were put in order by how long we'd been with the company, because this is week 7 for me. So I'm pretty sure I'm the newest.
No.
No?
4.
Oh, well, there you go. You're next. You said so I am most recently coming from Kellogg. My name is Tina Lambert. I'm leading SIG brands in grocery, which is mostly Jell-O and Cool Whip. Innovation is our focus. It's interesting hearing "kill them dead before they spread" coming from Kellogg's, who owns Kashi. And then I have to tell you that my base business partner is from General Mills and worked on Cheerios, and she's always telling me similar, crazy hate stories, and I'm like, okay, got to transfer. So I'm going to actually tell you a Kellogg story. And similar to Lena, it's not the biggest or the most successful project I ever worked on, but it's actually one of the ones I'm most proud of because it was that impossible project. And I'm sure you've all had that impossible project, the one where the consumer insight is right and it addresses an unmet need and you just can't figure out how to do it. And this project was canceled twice, I think officially. We changed the name on it, I think 4 times. At one point I changed it from Loco to Crazy to Schmoko, not to be confused with Loco. And then we had to go to completely different words because people were figuring out that it was the same project that we were just bringing back, and we didn't want them to realize that, so we had to change to completely different thoughts. But part of why we kept bringing it back was a little bit of what Google talked about yesterday, which is don't kill projects, morph them. And I was determined that we were going to find a way to deliver this insight. So I'll tell you a little bit about what this Die on Your Sword project was. Let's start here. How many people eat cereal? Okay, most of you, right? How many of you mix on a regular basis more than one cereal together? Okay, so that's actually a little high. It's about 15% of the U.S. regularly mixes more than one cereal together. And the 2 primary reasons they do that is either because one of them tastes really bad, like All Bran, and they need to make it taste better, or because you're a mom and you want your kids to eat Cheerios or something healthy, but you know you'll never get them to, so you mix Cheerios and Fruit Loops, and you serve them that. But I think from our perspective at Kellogg's, we had an issue where our business had been declining with kid households for over 10 years. We wanted to figure out how to kind of reinvigorate kid and bring something new to the category, and we knew customization was a huge, huge trend. And so we really wanted to get after cereal mixing. How can we do that? Because we know kids would think it was so fun. When we did qualitative and we had kids do it as homework, they were like, why have I never thought of this? They got so excited about all the possibilities. So we wanted to provide a way, and we just couldn't solve it. So Europe basically created a bundle pack where they just took 4 chocolate cereals and bundled them together in this weird little cube, and they sold that. And that worked for a little while. It was actually a pretty big success in its first year, but then it wasn't really a sustainable proposition. Margin issues, quality issues, on and on and on. And we kept looking at the same kind of thing. How do we bundle things? Can we put more than one bag in a box? Can we bundle a bunch of boxes together? And which brands do we put together? And will they taste good together? And we realized you have to make it pretty dummy-proof because a 6-year-old will mix things without an understanding of what the outcome will be. And so they would mix a fruit flavor with a chocolate flavor with a honey flavor, and then they wouldn't eat it because they would think it was disgusting. So you had to find a way to deliver a dummy-proof mixing system. And essentially, kind of to make a long story short, and why I wanted to tell this story is, what we ended up doing in the end, the final time we started this project, is we had a little bit of a brainstorm where we said, what are the important things about this project that we have to hold constant, and what if we released all of our other assumptions? And what we discussed in that meeting was, well, the most important thing is this consumer insight of mixing and somehow making that dummy-proof, and really nothing else matters. And so we said, okay, what if it's not a Kellogg brand? What if it's not in a box? What if we just forget about the box? What if we forget about price points in our category? And so we really broke a whole bunch of paradigms all at the same time, and I'm very proud because it just launched last week. Corn Pops, under the Corn Pops brand, it's called Pops Mix It. And what we ended up launching was 5-ounce tubes, essentially, like long skinny bags of cereal that come in this system. It's on this display-ready cases with 5 different flavors that we've made dummy-proof. You can't screw it up. They all go together in any combination. And they're sold at a 3 for $5 price point in this bag, which is a crazy low price point for a branded cereal. Being in a bag is insane for a branded cereal. And these were all flavors that don't exist on the market. So it's asking consumers to change their behavior and also really trust that these new flavors are going to be good. But what's amazing about this is we decided to test and learn because it was such a new and unique and kind of scary proposition for us. So we decided we'll just do it as an In-N-Out for back to school, and we'll see how it does. Now, an In-N-Out for Kellogg, that's about 6 weeks of product. You usually ship $1 to $2 million of net revenue. That's all it's going to be. It's just a test. We've shipped $7 million of this product already, which would scale up to be, like a $60 million cereal annually. So it does look like it's going to be a huge idea. If you see it, Walmart or Meijer for back to school, you should check it out. But I'm very excited, and I guess the thing I want to impart to you is, if you have a really, really strong consumer insight, is there anything that you can release in our own assumptions that would allow you to bring that to market?